there was a headline that was kind of circulating and surfacing around where LeBron basically said that he doesn't have a relationship with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
This is a season in which LeBron James will set the new scoring.
Yeah, here's part of the statement put out by Kareem on social media. It said, quote, "On occasion, I have chided LeBron, but I did so in the spirit of a loving older brother offering guidance, whether wanted or not."
If you had any thoughts on coming up on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record.
Voiced his disappointment in LeBron James several times already this season.
And his response was, no thoughts and no relationship.
But Kareem went beyond the court and said some things about LeBron. Here it is.
LeBron has a relationship. Everybody says LeBron is too friendly. He tries to be buddy-buddy with everybody.
I'm not going to be on LeBron's case, like dragging him down. I just want him to, think about what he's doing sometimes.
His response was, no thought and no relationship.
No thoughts and no relationship.
People don't talk about the number two.
No.
People don't talk about the number two scorer.
He expects LeBron James to live up to a standard, I think, that Kareem has in mind. And guys, to me, by and large, LeBron has.
Nobody cares about number two. It's number one. How do you think he will handle it?
Well, I don't think well.
We don't need to tell LeBron what to do. We just got to get him to think.
Obviously, people
I'm not in the business of going against Cap.
trying to give LeBron kind of constructive criticism in the vein of a big brother.
LeBron is not friendly. How can he not be friends with Kareem?
Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, those guys have a different thought process than today's generation.
So, LeBron James can reach out to anybody he wants.
Kobe had a great relationship with Kareem, but it's a bit different. Kobe's was a Laker for life, right?
And Magic, too. LeBron respects Laker history.
Let's just be honest.
Did anybody ask Kareem, did he have a relationship with Wilt?
Before we get into anything, initial thoughts on that?
Not shocking.
Not shocking. Okay.
No.
I think it's important that we kind of go back because there's a similar story that kind of plays into this. So tell me a little bit about Wilt and Kareem and their relationship.
Yeah, so Kareem was really the irony of the whole thing is he was kind of the original LeBron. Mm-hmm. Kareem was getting followed since high school. He was like 7 when he was a freshman. So people had been talking about this phenom, Lou Alcindor, his name was then, for years. And in the meantime, while Kareem's going through college, high school, college, Wilt is getting killed over and over again. I think he lost 7 of 8 tries against Bill Russell.
Russell won 11 world championships. He was on a team that won a great many games and was given all the accolades that possible to give. But today, I'm not so sure that he is a very happy man.
That was the real rivalry, Russell and Chamberlain. And it was Russell who came out winner every time. And though Wilt broke record after record after record, set record after record after record, changed rules. This guy was he's one of the few players, I hate to say that out loud, but he's one of the few players I'm positive would dominate today's
It's another discussion for another day.
Yeah. But while he's breaking all these records, he can't win. Now don't forget that he teams up with Elgin Baylor, Jerry West. He goes to the Lakers, the Celtics' arch rival. Right. And he loses there, too, to a much less talented Celtics team.
Yeah.
So when Russell retires, Wilt is like, okay, I could finally get mine.
Right, this rainy cloud is away from me, it's gone from me.
And right around the same time, I think it was that year or the year after, Lou Alcindor, the most celebrated rookie of that generation, comes out of the draft, picked number 1 by Milwaukee, joins Oscar Robertson, and they're now the team to beat in the West.
From UCLA, this is his first professional basketball game, and the whole country has waited for it.
And Wilt and Kareem, it was like the clash of the Titans. They met a couple times in the Western Conference Finals. The first time, Wilt lost, which it left the same sour taste in his mouth or in the mouth of the talking heads to be able to say, Wilt can't win even when Russell retires.
Yep.
So now you got Lou Alcindor, I think right around 72 or 73, he changes his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Wilt eventually retires, having won 2 titles, one with the Lakers, one with the Sixers. His contemporary, his biggest rival, Russell, won 11. By this point, Kareem had already won 1, and I think it was in his rookie season. And so Wilt now is no longer having to answer to reporters. He's able to kind of sit back in the Charles Barkley chair now. And he was able to, and boy, he slammed Kareem, and he would do it in a way that was very Wilt-like. He was very charismatic, Wilt.
Losing is something that you don't like to accept. Every time you lost at anything, whether you lost missing a foul shot, lost the whole game, it bothers me a great deal. In fact, it probably bothered me more than I even realized.
I want to go back to Kareem for a second. He has known you since he's 14 years old. People don't realize that you guys grew up. You took him under your wing. Why aren't you guys closer?
Well, I would say that, athletes are really tough people they have a lot of pride, you understand? They're very, very competitive, and him and I are natural rivals. Even though we grew up together in one way, we still are rivals. People pit us against each other. Why, I don't know. He plays a different game than I ever played, but I think it also works on him. I would love to be more friendly with Kareem, but maybe he's in a different world than I am right now.
He would say 5 or 6 great compliments where Kareem's the best at this. He's the greatest at this. Right. Yeah, but dude don't play defense.
Jabbar had one big problem, and I might have been his problem. I think he feels as though maybe I was the guy who's standing in the way of true immortality for him. In my criticism of Kareem, I would say 9 positive things about Kareem. I think a great deal of his ability on the basketball court, the greatest offensive force I had ever seen. When I played against him, he was the greatest scorer I've ever seen. Like if I had to go to someone in the last play game, give it to Kareem. He wants it, he does well. The 10th thing I may say is that, but I don't think he rebounds very well.
You still talk about Kareem as the guy that just doesn't do it for the rebounds.
I don't think he's really doing the job there that he could do, and he should do. Headlines the next day is Wilt criticized Kareem for not doing his job, rebounding.
We get to the mid-'80s, I think it's 1984 in Las Vegas. The lead up to it, very similar to this lead up to LeBron and to Kareem. It was Kareem and Wilt, and how is Wilt going to take it when Kareem breaks the record? Wilt felt like Kareem was playing into the twilight of his career in his 14th or 15th season. Little did he know he was going to play 20, play till he was 42. Or Wilt was like, he's only really playing so that way he can take the record. Yeah. He's padding stats. And this is the ultimate stat patter. Right. I don't believe Wilt was, but the ultimate stat patter, picking on a guy who had already won more titles. So I think that it was in Las Vegas where Kareem actually broke the record.
Magic look. It says to Kareem, come on down here, big fella, put in a chair. The crowd stands for Kareem to get the ball. Everybody's waving their arms. It's into Kareem. Kareem swing left, right hand, 12-footer, good! The pictures tell the words. They love their captain. They love their leader. And suffice to say, ladies and gentlemen, the new king of scoring has ascended his throne. What an emotional moment. And the kind of a shot that I dreamed about for 3 weeks that he would make, the hook shot. This man has accomplished something that I don't believe, and I mean this sincerely, I don't think this will ever happen again.
The next night they went back to the Forum, and Wilt did show up. But even right down to, he was kind of aloof. If you watch the footage, he's like, shucks, I'm here because I have to be. He's wearing like a black...
Like a mesh.
Yeah, black mesh tank top and like black leather jacket. I mean, Wilt was eccentric to begin with. But most people would dress up. Not Wilt. He was like, I ain't dressing for this shit. And that was the end of that. And from there, it only got worse as Wilt started writing more and more books. We know the infamous 20,000.
I was going to ask you, like, how do you talk shit?
You had to manipulate the media. Yeah. So post-game, they'd be playing against each other in the early 70s. After the game, they'd be like, sure on talking trash. Like, Wilt would say, yeah, he had a good game, but look at him, rebound. The dude can't block a shot. the scoring title in basketball is like the home run title in baseball.
Right,
I mean,
right.
this is the most coveted award if you have this, at least personally. Now, in LeBron's case, or in Kareem's case and LeBron's case, Kareem won 6 titles. He won MVPs, and LeBron has 2. So I think it's a fitting place for that record to.
Okay, so we've kind of gone back. Let's look at today. LeBron, he's inching closer to that record. Will Kareem be at that?
Yes.
At that ceremony?
Thoughts on LeBron James possibly breaking your career points record?
Well, you know, whenever he decides to do it, he deserves any and all of the accolades that he has earned. He didn't get those points just sitting around on his butt. He worked hard for it. So whatever happens, more power to him. He's earned it.
That's gracious of you to say. No surprise that you would say it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the great athletes and voices of our time. Thank you so much.
It seems to me that there's like almost like a scorned girlfriend type of feeling between Kareem giving it to LeBron. Is that am I reading that wrong?
No, I mean, but who's scorned? I would say Kareem is probably
right. Kareem is scorned, right?
You know, yeah, I think that maybe he'll get over that. Maybe he has, but he's definitely portrayed himself to be that way. I mean, if you're going to own the biggest, the most coveted record in all of basketball for as many decades as Kareem did, it would be tough to give that up, right? It's like the end. It really is. I don't know that it's so much a passing of a baton or a torch, the way you describe it, as much as it would be maybe the closing of a chapter. I think, you know, soon young people are going to be looking at LeBron as the legends of the game.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
We'll see you next time.